Okay, this is my second attempt making a video here. This one should be correct. Now, I just figured it's probably easier for me just to make you a video and show you what I mean rather than just give you a list of instructions. Basically, you're going to set your OBS up like normal. You may have yours set just to capture your Mudlet window. I recommend capturing your entire monitor, but that's personal preference. You can do whatever you want. The first step, there are a lot of ways to go about playing videos and sounds through the stream. Basically, by default, everything that you play through your computer that your computer can hear is going to play through your stream. If it's within the bounds of what you're capturing, like for example, if you're capturing your entire monitor, as you can see mine right now, you can just flat out go to YouTube and play a video. You're going to see it, hear it. But the downside to this is you have to mess with the volume settings on every single video that you play in order to get them right so they're not too loud or too soft. The best way to do that is to download Media Player Classic. Usually, other video players will work. That one's just the least intrusive and the one that's going to be the easiest on your system and not do a bunch of crap like regular Windows Media Player will do. To do that, you're going to go to mpc-hc.org/downloads. It'll bring you to this page. Choose 32 or 64-bit based on your version of Windows. Run the installer for the most part. Just click through it and let it do its thing. There's nothing malicious that it's going to try to install on you. If it does ask to associate file types with Media Player Classic Home Cinema, let it. And basically just click through the installer other than that. Once you're done the install, you're going to go to any video file on your computer. This is a bunch of files that I downloaded from YouTube. I'll show you how to do that in a minute for one of the other streams I did. But any video file on your computer, right-click it, go to Properties. It should say up the top here opens with, and it'll either say MPC-HC, which is the correct thing, what you want, or something else, probably Windows Media Player. If it doesn't say MPC-HC here, hit change. It should be one of these three options. Obviously I could just choose it there. If it's not, hit the little plus. It'll probably be one of these options. If it's none of those options, hit browse. When you installed just now, it should put a link on your desktop to Media Player Classic Home Cinema. Just select it, open, OK. Alright, so now that's going to play all that type of video file with Media Player Classic Home Cinema. If it already says that when you first open it, you're fine. You don't need to do anything. Just cancel out and you're fine. Alright, as far as downloading a video goes, which is the next step, what you're going to do is select the URL in the top of the screen, hit Control-C, or right-click Copy. You're going to take it to savefrom.net, and then Control-V or right-click Paste into this bar at the top, and it will give you a download link. All you have to do, right-click that, save link as, and it's going to let you save it in a folder on your computer. I recommend making a folder specifically for this purpose. It's already navigated to this folder because I just downloaded it. Basically, it's just easier to keep track of all your video files that way. So you save it and let it download. Rinse, repeat for every song or video you want to play for any sort of trivia. When it comes to actually playing that for the trivia, it's just a matter of playing it and getting the volume right. So you're going to open the folder. Right now you can see this folder with all of my songs and videos in here. I don't know how many monitors you've got, or if you're just if you're not broadcasting your entire monitor, but you can keep this part outside. I just moved it to my other monitor, so it's outside where the stream is showing. If you're only doing a partial screen render, you can just keep it outside of where the screen is showing. Otherwise, another option might be to go to set this details and then just name these things that are not telling of answers, like trivia question 8 or something like that, so you can click them as you need to. And that's only if people are going to see them. If they're not going to see them, just do whatever. As far as the playing goes, if I click any one of these now, it's going to open with Media Player Classic Home Cinema. This is an example of just a song, but I downloaded it from YouTube. There are a couple of settings on here that are going to be important. Firstly, the volume. The easiest way to alter that is by default, if you hit Control 2, you'll probably have this by default up. You can just slide that up and down. If you want to hide it like I do, hit Control 2. Another way to change the volume once that's gone is if this is the screen focus, just mouse over it and roll your mouse ball and it'll change the volume. The second thing you're going to want to do is go to View on top while playing. What that'll do is if this is playing a video or a song, I will be able to click anywhere else on the screen and do whatever I need to do, and it won't actually move this off the screen. If I stop playing the video and click somewhere, it's just going to hide that. It just makes it easier to show from a stream point. The second thing you want to do is make sure that your window doesn't resize when you open a new video. To do that, you're going to go to View, Options, and click this Remember Last Window Size. That way, if I make the screen a size and then open a different video, it's going to keep that screen the same size. It just makes it so the stream ends up cleaner. If you want to make this full screen and the entire width of your stream, you can either right click and go to full screen or hit Alt Enter. Alt Enter again will take it out of full screen. You can also hit Escape to take it out of full screen, but it'll pause it when it does that. The other important thing to note is if you're just playing songs, I can move this off onto my other monitor or outside the streaming area in some way, shape, or form. You'll still hear all the sounds from it, but you won't see the actual video unless you move it over where you're actually streaming. Beyond that, the only thing to worry about is the volume levels. Can you hear your video and over your voice, and can you want everything to be kind of legible, so just kind of I tended to test everything beforehand, either on a stream, just make sure everybody can hear it, or just making a video and playing it back to see if I could hear it. And that's about it. You just download all the songs or videos you want, and then you just play them and queue them up as you need them. And alright, I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to see if I can upload this video directly to Skype, because it will probably mute this if I try to upload it to YouTube, because I'm playing copyrighted videos. Alright, and